Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be doing a collection video for my LEGO Incredibles minifigures, and this is a total of 13 minifigures, and these come across 3 sets and CMFs. Now, this is every minifigure except for the Edna Mode polybag that came out in 2018, part of the LEGO Incredibles game. But they already made an Edna in 2019, and I'm not going to really include that because I didn't buy that. But other than that, I have every other Incredibles LEGO minifigure. So without further ado, I'm going to show you each individually in detail. Alright, so here's the first ever minifigure that came out in 2016. This is Mr. Incredible. He came in the Disney series, the minifigure series, the pack, there's packaging, there's blind bags. He came in that, and at the time, this was a new hairpiece. Here's his face. And this minifigure came out of the time 12 years after the original Incredibles movie. There's the symbol, and love the dual molded boots, dual molded arms, nice. And he does have that belt printed as well. And just want to show you a little him more in detail. So, of the time, he does look kind of short compared to the game. He looks much better in the game. Here's the 2018 Mr. Incredible. These are the only 2 versions of Mr. Incredible, and they're pretty much the same thing. They have exactly the same hair pieces, but except the face print is different. And also, he does have a double-sided face where the 2016 one doesn't. Also, he does have the same dual molded arms, dual molded legs, and also, I'm just going to put him next to the 2016 one, and if you look really closely, the 2016 one has the belt printed on the hips, where this one has the belt printed a little bit up, like they moved it up. And also, I think the Incredible logo, the symbol, I think is a little bit bigger on the 2018 one. I might be wrong, but it just looks like. And exactly the same hair pieces. Which one do I like better? I do like the 2018 one a little bit better than the 2016 one, just because the face print looks a little bit better. He's actually smiling. But they do have the same hair pieces. So that's Mr. Incredible. Let's move on to the next figure. Let's zoom out. Alright. Here's Elastigirl. And she came in the Underminers Bank Heist set. Oh, I forgot to mention the 2018 Mr. Incredible also came in the Underminers Bank Heist. And pretty much the same as Mr. Incredible, same dual molded arms, dual molded legs. The printing is a little bit different. And this is a new hairpiece, which is really cool. Well, at the time it was a new hairpiece. I don't think it was used ever again. And just want to show you figure, and really nice face print, and she does have an angry expression as well. Mr. Incredible did not have an angry expression. And just keep in mind, every figure that I show you, they are exclusive to what they come. So it's not like they come in other sets. That's because Incredibles is a really small LEGO theme. Alright, here's the second version of Elastigirl, which is the stretchy arm Elastigirl. This one comes in Elastigirl's Rooftop Pursuit. Exactly the same hairpiece, just like Mr. Incredible. Different face print, and also the double side as well, but different face prints. So a total of 4 different faces for Elastigirl. That's actually cool. I think this version is way better, obviously, because of these stretchy arms. Yeah, the stretchy arms are really cool. Exactly the same dual molded. It's pretty much exactly the same, but except she's just stretching her arms. So I could even compare it next to each other. Let me just show you that. You can see the printing is exactly the same. You're not going to see any differences except for the face printing. Yep, so that's Elastigirl. Came in 2 sets, which were under the Juniors line, so unlike Mr. Incredible, at least you can get him in a really cheap set, which was the CMF. It's not really a set, but that's Elastigirl. Now let's move on to the next minifigure. Here's the next member of the Parr family. Here's Violet. And she comes in the Great Home Escape set. And here's the figure. And this awesome new hairpiece is probably my favorite hairpiece from all of these hair pieces from the Parr family. You know, it's got the hairband. It's just an awesome hairpiece. Here's her printing. Same dual molded arms, dual molded legs that Mr. Incredible has and Elastigirl has. And nothing in the back. Oh, she does have a double-sided face, which looks scary. As in, she is scared, not really scary looking. So there's Violet. And just one more look at Violet. Going to zoom in. Yeah. Next up is Dash. Also came in the Great Home Escape set, and his hairpiece is not exclusive. It actually was used for Star Wars Chancellor Palpatine. So this isn't a new hairpiece, but I think it fits perfect with Dash. Here's his face print. He's got the freckles, which is iconic to him. Here's his other face. I love these dual molded short legs. I think they're really cool. Because, you know, he's the short one from the family. Actually, not really. Dual molded arms, again, love the detail that they put with these Incredibles minifigures. You know, these are 2018 minifigures, so of the time. And like, these only came out 2 years ago. One more look at Dash. I'm gonna zoom in. Yep, so there is Dash. Alright, here is Jack, and he is so tiny. He's only 2 pieces, actually. This is all one piece. You can't move the arms. This is all one piece. There's no articulations. And he does not obviously have a double-sided face. He doesn't have any hair, you know, but there's a hole there you could put something on. Yep, there's Jack. Also came in the Great Home Escape. Actually, the minifigures Violet, Dash, Jack, all 3 of those came in that one Great Home Escape set. And yeah, I think this is a really cool minifigure. You can actually get a minifigure and then you can hold Jack because there's a hole here. Alright, so that was all of the Parr family minifigures, the, you know, Incredibles superhero minifigures. Actually, not really, but basically the Parr family. So now let's move on to the other minifigures. Let's start off with everyone's favorite, Frozone. And probably should have taken off the accessories, but he came in the Disney Series 2 minifigures, so he was really cheap to get. He didn't come in any of the Incredibles 2 Lego sets. And he does have this board, actually. Whatever it is, actually, but he slides around with it. And these power blasters as well. Let me just take them up so I can show you the minifigure. Here's the minifigure. Again, really cool minifigure. This is a 2019 minifigure. And Frozone is really popular in the Incredibles franchise, so it was nice that, you know, we got him in minifigure form. I love the dual molded arms. I love the back. The dual molded legs is awesome. I love the light blue. And he does have that visor printed. Of course, he is voiced by Samuel Jackson in the movies. Yep, so one last look at Frozone. And then at the end, I'll probably tell you which one of these are my favorites. So, yeah. There's one last look at Frozone. Alright, next up is Edna Mode. Also came in the Disney Series 2. And they had a polybag version, but this version is way better because of the hairpiece. Alright, let's take a look at the hairpiece first. It's all that, those glosses are attached to the hair. And yeah, this is exclusive, only used for Edna. And she does have a nice face print, also at the back. Yeah, so this is a pretty cool minifigure. Short legs are cool. Well, they're nothing you need, but no dual molded, and she doesn't need any dual molded parts because, you know, she's the superhero suit designer. And yeah, that's her face in the movies. So there's Edna. Alright, let's move on to Syndrome. Syndrome is awesome. This is an amazing minifigure. I love this figure, absolutely. This hairpiece was new of the time, 2016. It came out in 2016. That was 4 years ago. And yeah, this hairpiece is awesome in my opinion. I love it. And then here's his face print. His face print is awesome as well. I love those freckles. I love that. I love those blue eyes. Some people don't like his face. I think it actually looks really cool. And yeah, he does have that older style cape. And I love that big ass here. And the amount of detail they put in Syndrome, it's just amazing. Like that detailing there looks amazing. Same goes with the ones on the boots. Other side as well. No double-sided face because this was a 2016 minifigure. They didn't put any double-sided faces in that series. Yeah, this is an amazing minifigure, and he's the main villain of the first Incredibles movie, and I've always thought that this minifigure was awesome. So there is Syndrome. Let me just zoom out. Alright, next up is the Underminer. And he was in the first Incredibles movie, in the ending, and finally we see him in Incredibles 2, and then he came in the Underminer Spankai set. Here's his face print, and he has a nose. Lego minifigures aren't supposed to have a nose, but they do put up an Underminer. No double-sided face because of this piece, this miner's hat. And he does have to wear these gloves. Just want to show you the printing of the torso. It looks really cool. And he does have this newer style cape, and here's the back. So yeah, this is a pretty cool minifigure in my opinion. There's the Underminer. Okay. Alright, we're down to our last two, so here is Brick, and I'm really disappointed in this figure, and it doesn't even look like Brick in the movie. Like, she's meant to be a big figure, and here she is, she's just a minifigure, like, come on. It came in that Great Home Escape set, came in Lego Juniors, I think that's why, because I don't think they put big figures in Lego Juniors, but seriously. Here's a double-sided face. I do like the printing at least. The printing looks nice. You know, the bricks that are printed on the torso and the back. And this hairpiece was used for Black Widow, but then recolored. But still, this is definitely my least favorite minifigure of them all. Yeah. She's really inaccurate. But not a bad minifigure if you don't compare it to the movie. And finally, here is Screenslaver. And Screenslaver came in Elastigirl's Rooftop Pursuit, and he's pretty much the main villain of Incredibles 2. And here's this masterpiece. This masterpiece is actually really cool. And that face print looks really weird. That looks like Winston Dever's face. Before I even saw the movie, I thought Screenslaver was Winston Dever. But I have no idea. I could be wrong. It could be, I don't know, Winston's sister, Evelyn Bell. I don't know. But he does have backbreeding. I actually haven't seen Incredibles 2 in a while. And the first Incredibles. That's why I'm not caught up with. But I've seen the movies many times, so I know it. So that's one last look at Screenslaver. And yeah, there's the Screenslaver. Alright, so there is just one last look at all these 13 Incredibles minifigures all together, and I have to say that this is a really cool minifigure collection. And as far as the characters that are missing, I'm just happy they had Frozen and Edna Mode, because I wanted the proper looking Edna Mode. And, you know, they made those in 2019. In 2018, I was thinking that we'd never get a Frozen, but we got one. That's awesome. And as far as choices, I think the inclusion of Brick in that set, they should have had Void, because Void isn't really a big figure, and, you know, still nice to get Void because she was sort of an important character in Incredibles 2, but I think the characters that appear in the first movie, we got them all. We got the Parr family, we got Syndrome, we got the Underminer, we got Frozen, we got Edna. There's no other characters that I feel like are missing from the first movie. I guess you could say Mirage, and I guess you could say maybe an updated version of Mr. Incredible, because we saw the game. You know, he has like this big fig body. And from the Incredibles 2, you know, Screenslaver, he looks awesome, but Brick, very disappointed as far as accuracy. But it is what it is. But I think this is a great collection. You know, Incredibles was one of my favorite Pixar movies. It still is, just don't watch it much. And, you know, I love LEGO Pixar in general. I love LEGO Pixar, and pretty much completed my Incredibles LEGO collection. So there's nothing else for me to get for LEGO Incredibles. And, you know, as far as other LEGO Pixar themes, there's obviously Toy Story, which I'm a diehard fan of. Especially the 2010 sets, actually the 2019 sets, I didn't even complete the entire wave. And yeah, so hope you found this video interesting, looking at all 13 of these Incredibles minifigures. And as far as my favorites, I'm gonna have to pick 3, yeah? So I think Syndrome is definitely one of my favorite minifigures. He's gonna be in my top 3. Frozen, definitely. And finally, I think my third one would have to be either Violet or Dash, because they look awesome as well. I think I'm gonna have to go with Violet as my third favorite. So yeah, these are my top 3. I think they're exceptionally done well by LEGO. And yeah, that's it. I don't think we'll ever get any more Incredibles figures again, but that's okay, because I think what we see here is, I think, already good enough. We don't need more. So yeah, that's it, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys later.